Tigers, and hello Tiger community, and welcome to another episode of Tiger Time Videocast. This is episode 4, and I'm glad that everybody could join us today. Today we have our very special guest, our interim superintendent, Dr. Sylvia Ibarra. I want to welcome you, Dr. Ibarra, to today's videocast interview session. And before we get started, I'd like for you to introduce yourself and introduce yourself to the community and to everybody that's watching here today so that they get to know you a little bit better.
Yes, well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to join you this afternoon. And yes, absolutely. I'll be happy to share a little bit about myself. Well, first of all, I'm a lifelong educator of 31 years. Believe it or not, I've been in education for 31 years. And it seems like just yesterday. I started out earning my bachelor's degree from University of Texas American in Bachelor of Arts. After that, I earned my master's in counseling and guidance. And then finally, I earned my doctorate in educational leadership from North Central University in Arizona. And with these degrees, I've had the good fortune and the blessings to serve as an educator in multiple capacities. I started as a teacher. Then I also served as a counselor for a number of years before I entered into the administrative world. And in the administration, I have held several positions from bilingual coordinator, principal, assistant superintendent, and currently I'm in this position as interim superintendent. And of course, I'm loving every single moment. So that's a little bit about me.
Wow, well, that's a wealth of knowledge and a whole lot of experience. And we want to thank you for being here and sharing this with us. We look forward to working with you. I'm sure the community looks forward to working with you and our students and our parents as well. So thank you, Dr. Ibarra. We're going to ask you a couple of questions, and I'm sure that our viewers are wanting to know. And let's start off with our first question is, what are your district priorities?
As far as my district priorities, I have 3 district priorities. And I'd like to share those priorities, but I do want to share with the community that I am familiar with Valley View ISD. I did work here as a principal at Lucas Elementary 10 years ago, and it was one of the best experiences of my career, those years that I spent there. Now, as interim superintendent, I'm looking at the needs through a different lens, at the district level, not so much at the campus level. So my district priority number 1 is education. I want to make sure that we are providing quality education to our students, whether it be in a virtual setting or whether it be in person. And so the way that I am ensuring that happens is by providing our teachers the resources, the tools that they need, by providing our students the technology that they need, and ensuring that the delivery of instruction is high rigor, that is quality. And if it's not happening, then I need to know so that we can help and assist in any way we can. But I do want to tell you that I've been very impressed as I visited the classrooms, I visited the campuses, and instruction is spot on, instruction is solid. So I do want to do a shout out to our teachers because they are working so hard, and keep it up, teachers. Round of applause for you, because I know that you are doing a great job, whether it be in person or in a virtual setting. That's one. Priority number 2 is our district finances. Just like we get an accountability rating for our academics, we also get an accountability rating for our finances. And so in our academics, we have an A, and we should be very proud of that because that's a testament to all the hard work. In our district finances, we're not quite there yet. We're at a C. So we are going to work very hard to improve that C to a B and even an A. And so working collaboratively with the school board, working collaboratively with the campuses, administration, and so forth, we are going to take some measurements, some steps, so that we can improve our finances and increase our fund balance. And the reason that is so important is because when we have a healthy fund balance, when our finances are in good shape, that is an indication that the district is doing well overall, not just academically, but overall. So that's district priority number 2. And the third one is collaboration. One of my goals is to have collaborative relationships with all stakeholders, from teachers and staff, from students and parents, our school board, our businesses, just everyone. It's so important that we collaborate, that we communicate, that we work as partners for the betterment of the school and for the betterment of our students. And so I think we're doing a great job, and I'll continue to work very hard to to develop and strengthen those relationships that are already in place. And we just want to make sure that we continue to improve those relationships.
Your plan is great, and I think Valley View ISD is up for the challenge, and I know we can do it. I know with your leadership, we're going to be in great shape. What our next question we're going to move on to is: do you believe that students will return to in-person instruction in the fall?
You know, that's a great question, and I know a lot of people are wondering about that. As you know, more and more individuals are getting their vaccines, and that's so important because as we all receive our vaccines, the adults, we all feel that we're in a better position to be in a large group or at least in a classroom. And I know that students are asking, well, what about us? Or parents are asking, what about the students? If you're keeping up with the updates with the news, there are plans to also vaccinate students from ages 12 and on. And of course, we're just learning about that. But we hope to come back to in-person instruction. I mean, we already have some students that are coming to our schools in person, and I think that number is growing steadily. I think by the fall, we're going to have a bigger number of students that will be reporting to school in person. The one thing that I do want to assure our parents, our students, our community is that we are taking all precautions, all necessary precautions to keep everyone safe. So we're following the CDC guidelines. Obviously, we're wearing our masks, we're maintaining our social distancing, we're washing our hands. And we know research tells us, the evidence shows us that if we continue to do those things and we don't let our guard down, even when we come together in bigger groups, we're going to be safe. So we look forward to the days when we're all in person because even though the quality of instruction may be good in a virtual setting, we know that there are some things that our students are missing out on. And that's those experiences, those relationships that we're all longing to bring back. And that we can only do in person. So hopefully in the near future, we'll be back in person. Maybe not at 100%, but at least at an increased rate than what we currently have.
And I believe so, and I think we will get there very soon, as the school districts and the state and our school districts doing a fantastic job of keeping our students and our staff safe. Do you have a message for our students?
Yes, I do. Um, as a lifelong educator, I can tell you students to work hard every single day. Work hard, do your best every single day, study hard every single day, because your hard work is going to pay off now, but more so in the future. The harder you work, the more effort you put in, the more successes and triumphs you're going to have. And that's what we all want. Your teachers, your parents, all the administrators, everyone who's cheering you on and supporting you wants you to be very successful in whatever you choose, whether it be college, whether it be career, whether it be military. But the best way that you can help yourself, we cannot help you, but the best way to help yourself is you working hard. So please, I encourage you to work hard every day, do your best, and you will see triumphs and successes in the near future.
Wonderful. It's a wonderful message for our students. And finally, our last question is, do you have a message for our community and for our parents?
Of course I do. And the message that I have for them is basically a thank you. I want to thank the community for your support, for your unwavering support, because we know we are experiencing difficult, challenging times as we live through this pandemic. We understand that. And you all have been so supportive, so understanding of the changes, of the adjustments that we made. So again, I appreciate all your support. I thank you for it. And I do also want to encourage you, especially our parents, to stay very closely connected to your child, to your student. Just stay very close to them because you want to be as informed as possible. And we here at the school district, whether it be at the campus level or at the district level, we are here to serve you, to answer your questions. So please reach out to whether it be the teachers, the administrators at the campus, or here at central office if you have any questions. But again, thank you for your support.
I agree. Thank you, Dr. Ibarra. And I know you're very big on customer service, and I know that you're here to serve all students and all parents alike. And I think they're gonna start. The community is gonna start feeling that support and that customer service that's going to be coming from even more so from our district. But I know you're a big supporter and a big believer of that. So thank you so much for being here on our fourth episode of Tiger Times. And I know you have a busy schedule, and I thank you for taking some time off of your schedule to be interviewing with us today. So thank you, Dr. Ibarra, and thank you to all our viewers and our audience, and we'll see you next time on Tiger Time Videocast. We'll see y'all.
Tiger.